Key news, my lovely, wonderful people. You'll be surprised the new dimensions of things and what the people of Akwa Ibom State has to say about uh, Godwin Akpabio, the senior Senate president. In fact, they said, we know antecedent of this man. It's true, he does not forgive. He is taking this thing politically. He wants to show to Natasha that she has offended him and he will deal with her. This is exactly what is going on. Nothing more, nothing less. Godwin Akpabio has taken himself to be some demigods that cannot be offended, okay, that cannot be disgraced. In fact, Natasha is one of the few women who have stood up to him. Only God knows, according to her allegation, if there are more. And everyone has just been silent, taking it on and moving as if nothing has happened. Now, Natasha tried to resume and using the Senate, of course, as the Senate president, to say she cannot resume. There is an impending court case. And until that is resolved, her suspension still stands. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Akpabio, we know your antecedent. This man, it is true, he does not forgive. He is standing against Natasha using the Senate as a cover face. According to a report by Vanguard on Tuesday, September the 9th, 2025, human rights lawyer Ibihe Effiong has accused the Senate President Godwin Akpabio of being vindictive and intolerant towards opposition voice in the country. Effiong, who spoke on a television program, stated that Akpabio does not easily forgive and often goes to any length to suppress those who disagree with him or voice out what he's doing. He linked the Senate treatment of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to what he described as Godwin Akpabio's pattern of intolerance. Effiong expressed concerns over the decision of the Senate to stop Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan from resuming her duties despite call for a reinstatement. He argued that the refusal was not just a more matter of procedure, but a deliberate move to silence her voice within the legislative arm and to serve as a tree of warning to anyone who may stand against him. It is his pattern intimidation. According to him, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension was politically motivated and unfair to her constituency in Kogi Central. The suspended lawmaker has been handed a 6-month suspension in March of 2025 following allegations of insubordination. The Senate claimed that she refused to comply with an instruction to change her designated seat during preliminary. Since then, effort by the Senate to return to legislative work has been unsuccessful, with the leadership maintaining that her case must first be resolved by the Court of Appeal. Effiong faulted his position, noting that the prolonged suspension has left the people of Kogi Central without representation in the National Assembly. He maintained that no constituency should suffer because of political disagreements between lawmakers. He added that such action undermines democratic values and the principle of fair representation and expression. The lawyer, who is from Akwa Ibom, where Godwin Akpabio once served as the governor, reminded Nigerians that the Senate president's style of leadership has been associated with intolerance and intimidation. He stressed that Godwin Akpabio's action over the years shows a consistent tendency to clamp down on those who oppose him. Effiong insisted that the ongoing issue in the Senate was another reflection of his attitude. The Senate, however, has stood firm on its stand, declaring that Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan remains suspended until the court delivers judgment. Officers of the National Assembly have emphasized that no administrative step will be taken to reverse her suspension until the legal process is concluded. This has prolonged her reinstatement, leaving her supporters frustrated over the lack of representation. Effiong restated that Nigerian democracy is weakened when political leaders fail to tolerate voice that distinguishes or that speaks against them. He emphasized that the institution and the intolerance associated with National Assembly feeling like a court must not be used and it must stop this vindictiveness on individual. He called for fairness and protection of rights, stressing that political disagreement should not lead to the denial of representation of citizens, especially for their fundamental human rights. He said, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is from my state. I beg your pardon. He said, Godwin Akpabio is from my state. Don't forget he was once a governor of my state for 8 years. That is why some of us keep reminding Nigerians that we know the antecedent of this man. We know him very well. It's true, he does not forgive. He carries on with a vindictive attitude to anyone who stands against him. Leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts with all that is going on this man's disposition. What do you think? Yet he's the Senate president, and they said he's a very vindictive individual. If you stand against him, he will come at you ferociously, and they want to do everything to ensure that he deals with you, to put you down. What do you think? What can we do to make sure that this change effectively takes place? Nigerians, if there's any time we need to stand together as one and defend one another, is now more than ever before. We can't be quiet and pretend that all is well. Some persons are going through a lot, and if we keep quiet and just pretend like this is not happening, the truth of it is, if you allow evil to persist, as the day will come, it will come close. And guess what? What will you do if you have not stood for anyone? Who do you want to stand for you when you're in your time of need? And this is why we must stick together as one and speak out against, indecency and trouble, crime going on. In Nigeria, the judiciary arm is totally ambushed and they have no voice. Judiciary arm have become totally and completely, ineffective. They have no voice. They are totally forgotten, and the executive controls and determines what happens. If you speak against them, they use the judiciary against you. What a nation. God help us. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. And from us, this is bye for now. Bye-bye.